I would love to know how you approach a baseball game every day. Is every single day a new story to tell, a new game to call?
Pretty much so. Occasionally you link the game played yesterday or 2 days before, if there's a purpose or reason. Otherwise, they stand by themselves pretty much.
Has there ever been a day when you woke up and you're like, you know what, I'm not really in the mood for this?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. There are a lot of times when I'd rather be sitting under a tree reading a book or something, but interesting, the crowd always turns me on. That roar of the crowd when the home team takes the field, it gets the adrenaline pumping, and that really helps me a great deal.
Well, in that case, there's got to be certain series and certain rivalries that you enjoy above others.
Oh, sure, and fortunately, being here in San Diego, for instance, there'll be no problem with the pennant race and the big crowds hollering. I'll be all pumped up. Plus, I have a natural love for the game anyway. I tried to play it. I played high school ball. I played college ball. I knew I wasn't going to go anywhere professionally as a player, but I did learn because of my playing experience of how difficult a game it is and how well and how easy these fellas make it look. So I have overwhelming respect and admiration for all the players, and I love the game.
The thing I find amazing is, you know what, we think that we can find everything out on the internet, on research and media guides. The other day you're calling a game, Giants and Dodgers, and you tell the story of Travis Ishikawa and the mail-order bride that has... Where on earth did you find that story?
Well, there's all kinds of stuff. What I do is, if I'll pick up a sporting publication, and if it has to do with anybody that I might see during the year, I'll tear it out and I'll put it in a folder relative to that particular team. And then once the season starts, I start compiling all the things that I picked up relative to that team and to those players. And you just keep digging constantly, and once in a while you'll come up with an interesting story. Most of the time no, but once in a while. And I'd rather have a story than 5 pages of stats, you know.
That's unbelievable, because we heard that story and a bunch of us, you know, we go Google it, looking it up on the internet, you know. So you do things the old-fashioned way, hard work. And,
yeah, but it's fun. It's good.
So along those lines, and I take it you're not, no iPhone, no BlackBerry, you're not on Twitter, none of that stuff? Or... No,
or Facebook. Or, right. I heard of them, but I don't know them. And I don't plan to know them either as far as personal involvement is concerned. I use my phone for telephone calls, and that's it.
Baseball's your first love, your only love?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I've been fortunate. I did the NFL from about 8-9 years, and I did golf for a long time, and I love to play golf. But as far as doing a game of some sort, oh yeah, baseball is number one.
Has there ever been anything else you've been tempted to do? Like, have you ever thought, you know what? Maybe I'll give up baseball. Maybe I'm done with the media business, and I'll do something different. Have you ever been tempted or wished you could have done something different?
I did a couple of shows on television. There was one show, for some reason they named it the Vin Scully show, which I argued about because it was not a sports show. And I had the feeling it was really aimed for daytime. And so I said, why name it after me? If you don't know the name, then it makes no sense. And if you do know the name, you'll think it's a sports show. And it wasn't. It was really kind of a game show, a fun type. And I did another game show called It Takes Two. And that ran for about 17 months on the network. But after I did all of that, I realized when it's all said and done, I'd rather be in the booth.
And I can probably... How many times has someone told you, you know what? I grew up loving baseball because of you. I know everything about baseball because of you. Are you struck by how many generations of baseball fans are fans because of they grew up with you?
Well, I'll put it another way. It's nice to be a bridge to the past. And perhaps the biggest residual that I get from grown-ups, they will say to me, you know, when I hear your voice, I think of backyards with my mom and dad barbecuing on a Sunday afternoon, or painting the garage, or fishing with my dad. And it's nice to be a bridge to the past. I really enjoy that.
I can ask you 2 more questions then. Who has been your favorite or your most intriguing athlete or manager or coach to cover during your career?
Well, you know, that's such a wide category. I could probably go on longer than Tolstoy's War and Peace. But let's put it this way. the best player I ever saw, and I qualify that I ever saw, was Willie Mays, and we'll let it go at that.
Okay, then how does this NL West race shape up for you? How do you think this turns out?
Oh,
September?
I think it'll pretty much go down to the wire, and one of the things that you can't tell, especially at this day, is what will happen between now and the trading deadline on Saturday, when things can happen. And one major trade can turn things all around. It's just going to be what it is right now. It's a 3-horse race for now, but I've always felt Colorado would do exceptionally well the last 2 months. However, they've been banged up with injuries, and today Houston Street was hit in the head during a batting practice, running in the outfield or something. And so they're questionable because of the injuries, but I still think it's going to be a great horse race.
Thank you so much.